One of the most anticipated phone ni Honor, and this is the Honor Power. Ang pinaka-feature nito is that sobrang laki ng kanyang battery at 8,000 mAh ang kanyang battery size. Sobrang massive, di ba? And it's also being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. Meron siya 50MP na main camera sensor which can record you up to 4K in 30. And meron din siyang satellite connectivity support. Pero it only works in China. And nakasulat dito, meron siyang 5G connectivity. Alamin natin in this video kung gagana nga ba ang kanyang 5G sa Globe and Smart o hindi. So don't you go away after this quick intro. So itong Honor Power na may 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gig of storage is currently priced at 19,000 pesos. And I'll post the link on the description box below kung saan ko siya binili. And make sure to use yung mga links ko dahil yun ang mga legit na links na tested ko. Now, first of all, sasabihin ko sa inyo, maganda ang kanyang design. I like yung kanyang magka-pearly white dito sa likod and it looks really nice and very elegant. Yung kanyang camera bump is also looking very nice. I like the way it is. Medyo may kunting pagka-orthodox ang kanyang design pero maganda naman siyang tingnan. Curve ang kanyang sides and its plastic frames. Ang likod na is glass back. And ang kanyang harap, it's a drop-resistant glass. I'm not quite sure kung anong variant nga lang siya. Ang gusto ko rin dito sa kanya is quad curve display. So curve sa taas, baba, and sa gilid. And it also has dual punch hole, by the way, para sa biometrics yun. Overall, hindi naman siya super bigat at 209 grams dahil malaki ang kanyang battery size. Now, like I told you, this one is being powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. And for me, in the past, na-try naman natin siya and capable naman tong chip na ito. Was able to get me a 771,000 points sa AnTuTu benchmark and ito ang kanyang breakdown scores. 1,475 ang kanyang loop score sa Wildlife Extreme and 99% ang kanyang stability. Ito ang score na kuha ko dito sa Geekbench sa kanyang CPU benchmark and this is the GPU benchmarking. Looks okay naman kanyang thermals and it throttled to 76% ng kanyang best performance. Now, syempre, ang pinaka-highlight dito sa phone na ito is yung kanyang battery size. 8,000 mAh ang kanyang battery na silicon carbon na technology. So, meaning, mas lightweight siya, mas malaki ang capacity, and it shows dito sa phone na ito at 209 grams, hindi naman siya sobrang bigat for its form factor. And what's nice dito sa kanya is also supporting a 66 watts na fast charging. So, yung pag-charge mo na itong phone na ito, dahil sobrang laki ka ng size, aabot ka siguro mga a little bit nasa 1.5 hours to complete the full charging cycle or sometimes a little less. So it all boils down kung depende sa weather. So kung mas mainit ang weather, mas matagal mag-charge kasi mas mainit. So kung mas malamig ang weather, it would charge a little bit faster. Now, nung tinry ko to kasi sobra akong interested malaman kung gaano tatagal yung kanyang battery, I was able to survive a 3 days, the battery test dito sa phone na ito, just simply using it normally. Wala namang heavy gamings, walang heavy video recording, or walang teleconferencing, kayang-kaya magtagal ng 3 araw. And nung sinalang ko to sa PC Mark ng battery stress test, ang tagal din matapos. It got me a 21 hours and 30 minutes na screen on time based on 60 Hz na screen refresh rate and 50% na brightness. Sobrang kunat. Sobrang worth it. Now, probably the next thing tatanong sa akin kung gumagana nga ba ang 5G dito sa Globe and sa Smart. And sad to say, this one having NSA, which is the technology na wala ni Smart and ni Globe para sa kanila 5G, walang 5G dito. Hindi gumagana ang 5G ni Globe and Smart, gumagana siya up to 4G+. So kahit naka-on ng 5G dito, nakita na sa screenshot, hindi nga talaga nakakasaka ng 5G dahil walang NSA si Globe and si Smart. Pero nung tinry ko si dito, gumana ang kanyang 5G. Pero don't you worry kasi ang 5G naman sa Philippines, di naman ganun kabilis. 4G plus, for me, it's quite enough. Nausapang display muna tayo. This one has a 6.78-inch na AMOLED display with 120Hz of screen refresh rate, 4,000 nits ang maximum brightness, and it's being protected by a drop-resistant na glass. Now, one of the things na gusto ko dito sa kanya is quad curve ka ng display, so swiping up and down, left and right, is smoother kasi wala siyang kanto. And if you're watching videos naman dito, expect to give you a more infinity display dahil sa kanyang curved display, parang wala halos bezel, hindi mo siya mapapansin yung kanyang bezel. So, it gives you a parang bigger look dito sa phone. Well, except yung kanyang double punch hole nga lang dito. Now, if you're swiping naman dito across your social media, expect to give you a good experience naman. So, swiping sa Facebook, sa TikTok, or sa YouTube Shorts, wala kang maging problema. If you're watching videos naman sa YouTube or sa Netflix, expect to give you a good immersive experience. Dahil maganda ka ng display, wala kang maging problema dito. The colors are punchy and definitely mag-enjoy ka talaga dito. Now, since itong phone na ito has stereo speakers, meron siya dito sa ilalim and meron siya dito sa ibabaw, pakinggan lang natin kung gaano kalakas ang sounds nito.
If you like to blink twice, are you naughty or nice? Maybe add a little spice if you're trying to roll the dice.
Honestly, not bad ang ganang sounds, quite loud and I like it. So right now, pag-usapan natin ang gaming on this phone. I did play 3 games, Genshin Impact, Sig Firelight 84, at si Call of Duty Mobile. Now, pagdating sa Genshin Impact, nilagay ko siya sa medium graphical settings. And what I found out dito sa kanya is that there are times na medyo hirap siya kunti ang medium graphical settings and at 60 FPS. But nevertheless, I would tell you na kayang-kaya naman niya mag-handle ng game. So, there are times na mapapansin mo there's some little minor frame drops. So, hindi mo maiwasan naman talaga yun. And it was able to give me a good experience naman dito. The touch response is good. The sound is good. And you probably might want to lower down a little bit yung graphical settings to give you a better, smoother experience. Pero okay naman ako at medium graphical settings. Yung nga lang umabot siya ng around 46 degrees Celsius. Pagdating naman sa Firelight 84, medyo mas mataas ang settings na nilagay natin dito. It was able to give me a good experience. Though there are times na mapapansin mo na may konting mga frame drops and parang nagsiskip siya konti. Dahil siguro medyo mas hirap konti si 7 Gen 3 sa higher graphical settings. Pero it was able to get the job done. There are times na okay naman, smooth naman ang gameplay. Pero there are times na may mafe-feel ka konting frame drops. The game pace was okay. Okay naman ang kanyang graphics. Wala ka rin maging problema sa kanyang touch response. And pinakamainit na inabot ka 30 minutes is 44 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, wala kang maging problema dito kahit sagad-sagarin mo. No? What I did is nilagay ko sa ultra frame rate and pinaka-lowest ang kanyang graphical settings. Okay naman ang gameplay, was able to give me a really nice experience and smooth naman ang gameplay ko dito. The touch response was fast, magandang sounds na coming from the left and right, marinig mo talaga ganun footstep, and honestly, I was able to enjoy quite a bit dito. Pinakamainit niya after 30 minutes is 43 degrees Celsius. Now, pag-usapan natin kanyang camera. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor with OIS and 50MP na ultra-wide lens. It can let you shoot up to 4K and 30. And ang kanyang front-facing camera is a 16MP which can shoot you up to 1080p and 30 FPS. Now guys, tingnan muna natin some of the shots na nakuha natin dito sa Honor Power. And all of these shots nakuha natin in China, sa Guangzhou. And starting off with some of this very quick snap lang while I was on the road, makita natin, no, ang ganda naman ng makakuha dito sa Honor Power. And checking some of these road signs, very clear, very sharp mga photos. And one thing na nagustuhan ko din dito sa kanya is hindi oversaturated ang kanya pagka-green. So kita natin green na is quite the natural green. And yung makita mo yung mga reds are just okay. The ambience looks pretty nice and solid. Scrolling around, and makita mo na okay naman tong camera ni Honor Power on outdoors. Like I said, yung mga color green niya is tama lang, hindi siya masyadong saturated. And taking a look at some of these tree shot, okay naman siya, no? Hindi na siya ganun ka-sharp when you zoom it, pero kung hindi mo siya zoom, okay naman siya. Now, taking a look at some of this lantern, mga random na landers na nakita on the road, which is, I would say na okay, not bad, yung mga kanyang na-capture. And some road signs dito is pretty nice and solid. Yung mga mascot na nakita natin here and there, okay na okay din yung mga na-capture natin. Now, nilaro din naman natin ang kanyang ultra-wide lens, and this is how it looks like. 1 times. 2 times, 5 times zoom, medyo lumalabo na siya, and a 10 times zoom. Now, digitally zooming it for 10 times, this word is still okay. Pero mga ito na sa gilid niya, it's hardly readable na. Now, habang nagsistroll ako sa streets ng Hong Kong, and nakakuha din ako some of these street shots, okay na okay rin naman to, no? while the cars and trams are moving. Yeah, makakuha ka ng some nice snaps dito sa Honor Power. Kapag indoor photography naman, while I was in the Honor store, kung saan ko binili itong phone na ito, I was able to take some random shots lang. So sa Honor in China, makita mo may mga TV sila. They have other stuff na wala natin like the Honor 300. And yeah, it feels nice to visit some of their stores talaga in China. When you're there, ang dami ng mga gadgets na wala dito sa atin. Kung kumukuha ka ng mga random low light shots naman like this one, makakuha ka ng really nice snaps dito sa Honor Power. And honestly, I'm really surprised sa kanyang camera. I wasn't really expecting it to be this good kasi more of ang battery ang binibidan dito. Pero yung mga camera shots talaga niya was really nice and solid. Kahit mga food shots na ito, no guys, sabi ko sa inyo, guys, it's looking really nice, really solid. I have no words, no? Talagang ang ganda ng kanyang camera. Now, tinan mo, litaw na litaw itong mga poster na ito and some of these plush toys na nakuha natin. Okay na okay. Maganda ang pagkakuha na. Very pop out. Ako, if you can't get up sa mga photos na ito, I'll try to upload this sa aking Facebook page. So do follow me there. At nung gabi na, we're strolling in Hong Kong, okay na okay din kanyang camera. Tinan mo guys, it's able to take some nice snaps while I'm on the road sa Hong Kong. Solid na solid din ang mga makakapture mo dito, no? Lalo sa mga signages, okay na okay siya sa gabi. Yan, tingnan guys. Look pretty nice. Now, while I'm outdoor using the selfie camera, to my surprise, nice din ang kanyang front-facing camera. Normally, phone at this price point, don't expect too much from front-facing camera. Pero to my surprise, nice ang kanyang front-facing camera. Taking a look, makita mo talagang litaw na litaw, matingkad ng colors, and yung mukha mo, though masasabi ko it's a little bit enhanced, pero makita mo all of the details pa rin dyan sa iyong mukha. Which is, yun ang hinahanap ko sa isang camera, I really have no words to say na gaano kaganda ang kanyang camera for the front one. And really satisfied ako sa mga shots na nakuha ko on the outdoor. Tingnan more look, this mga photos na ito. Nice, solid naman siya. And if you go indoor, okay din, though it's a little bit softer compared sa mga outdoor shots na nakuha natin, okay na okay pa rin naman siya. You'll be able to get some nice snaps naman sa kanya as long as you have pretty nice na lighting on indoor, makakuha ka ng some nice shots like this one. Okay din siya, and this one is pretty nice and solid din. And this one can definitely get you a nice groupie photo. These are the people who helped me score itong Honor Power first thing in the morning nung unang kakalabas lang nitong Honor Power in China. Now, one of the things na napansin ko naman sa kanya dito is sa front-facing camera is medyo a little bit shaky. Though the quality is not that bad, pero yun nga lang, mapapansin mo, it's a bit shaky. Medyo nakakahilo panoorin. Now, if you're using kanyang rear camera naman to take a video, ito mas sabi ko siya, mas stable, mas magandang quality. And yeah, pwede mong gamitin ito for vlogging, itong Honor Power na rear camera. Now guys, ano masasabi ko dito at 19,000 pesos? Sobrang kunat, sobrang okay ang kanyang battery, can last you for 3 days. Another thing is magandang kanyang design, it looks really nice and elegant, and hindi siya mabigat at 209 grams. For me personally, I love yung kanyang display, that's kanyang quad curve display. It was really good. And overall, yung Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 can handle almost everything naman na binato ko dito sa kanya. Except siguro heavy gaming like Wuthering Waves, medyo mas mahirap siya ng konti. Pero si Genshin Impact kaya naman laruin at medium graphical settings. Overall, happy ako dito sa kanya dahil sobrang kunat na kanyang battery, and plus yung kanyang camera is one of the better ones na try ko kay Honor. Maybe I can say siguro kaya na i-level up si Honor 200. Kaya guys, ano tingin nyo dito? Are you willing to buy the Honor Power? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to know kung saan na pwede mabili itong phone na ito, I'll pop it on the description box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a quick sub is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.